welcome to our channel, Himalayan Hipsters. I'm your host, Astha.
And I'm your host, Saika.
And we're here today because not even 30 days ago, on my very random trip to Texas to visit my uncle and my aunt, Saika, we started getting into some really deep conversations that mattered to us a lot. And then we decided that these conversations can't just be had just among us, because we really believe that these conversations matter a lot to a lot of our friends and to hopefully a lot of people out there. So we wanted to start having these conversations right here in front of you, for you, so that we can start changing the world one conversation at a time. How do you feel about this, Saika? How are you feeling about this?
Wow, the way you said it was so beautifully put like that. I'm super excited. And we just completed our 30 days milestone. How amazing is that? We've been driven. I have never felt so driven. And the energy that I have or we have put into this project. So excited to share the Start the Conversation project. Now, the Himalayan Hipsters officially.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. So before we go any further, I really think that we need a quick introduction so that you know us better. Saika, why don't you tell our viewers about you a little bit?
Sure. And to our viewers and our listeners, my name is Saika, and I was born and raised in Kathmandu, Nepal, beautiful city, Kathmandu. I came here in 2005 to the United States. I've been here for 16 years of my life. I can't even imagine. I've learned through triumphs, through failures, through success, and the lessons that I'm learning, still growing till this day. And I'm so blessed to be here with you in this project. I feel this is truly my passion. I feel so right in this bones that I'm doing this project with you. Project Start the Conversation and the Himalayan Hipsters. What about you? Let's hear about you, Astha.
So I am just a normal person here living in Boston, Massachusetts. I moved to the United States when I was 13 years old. I think I moved here in 2008. I was living in Maryland with my mom, but I have been on my own since I was 18 years old because I wanted to follow my passions that my family didn't support at the time. So I just packed up my bags and moved to Boston, Massachusetts, and I've been living here ever since. And it's been exactly 10 years now, and I am so happy to say that I'm proud of myself for making those decisions when I was 18, because that led me to this moment here. I am a musician, I'm an artist, I love traveling, and I'm really passionate about certain things in the world. And I'm so excited to share all that I've learned with you all and with you, Saika, and have these important conversations here at Himalayan Hipsters.
Yes, Himalayan Hipsters. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about why Himalayan Hipsters and how Himalayan Hipsters.
Yes. How we came to be.
Yes, how we came to be.
So I guess to start again, like less than a month ago, I go to Texas to meet my uncle and my aunt. Saika is my aunt, by the way. And we just started having conversations that really meant a lot to us. We just clicked. Like, we were talking about everything from, our menstrual cycles to how that affects our mood and how that affects our life, to our relationships, to how our culture, our Nepali culture affects our lives and our relationships and our everyday life in general, right? And I think that's when this started. And we realized that the conversations we were having were so important and that we wanted to share to the rest of the world so that other people can, listen in and have an opinion and share their thoughts. So I guess we decided to call ourselves Himalayan Hipsters because this is more than just Nepali people. I believe that we are talking about issues that affect a lot of people from so many places around the Himalayas. And we have such similar cultures, right? Even food, music, right? Jewelry. Yeah. We have so many beautiful things that we share among the Himalayan people. And I don't want to separate us based on our nationality. So, and that's how Himalayan Hipsters came about.
I know. And to add to that, we not only talked about the real culture clash or social stigmas, we actually talked about our passion, our careers. How
Yeah,
did we come to be in so many years? I mean, we've met after probably 10 years. No, actually, we
very,
met
very
after a
long
very
time.
long time, and it was a catch up moment. And we basically went overnight to talk all about issues, all about our, where our life has been, what has life taught us. And the way that we were going with that, when we started listening to ourselves, this was much bigger. We wanted to hear from you guys. We wanted to share our journey with you guys. And so the Himalayan hipsters, when it clicked, because when we said, we're progressive, yes, we we don't follow the cultural, we don't follow the stigma,
Yeah,
but also we do, because we are in the mix of baby boomers, millennials, and trying to be the Z generation. There's so many things that's going on, and we really embodied the Himalayan hipsters. Our name really embodied with what we believe in.
exactly.
So that's
Yes.
how our name came to be,
Right.
right?
And I feel like a little part of it is also that we aren't, we don't just have one identity, as in like, we don't just have one culture. We are bicultural. We are Nepali people, but we grew up in the United States, right, in America, and we are
Yeah.
part American. Like we have American friends. In fact, we have friends that are from all over the world because we live in such diverse cities. And we have lived here so long that we can't just identify as Nepali people. We are Nepali American. And no matter how many times people tell us, like, oh, no, you're Nepali, you got to act like one or you got to speak like one. The truth is that we aren't just from one place, and your environment affects you, right? Your environment changes you, environment influences you.
And absolutely. And I think I agree with you 100%. And we meet people, from all
Yeah.
over the world. We've got so many friends from Darjeeling. We have so many friends from Tibet. We got so many friends all over. And Nepal has this mix
Yes.
of cultures,
Yes.
right? So beautifully. So it's how we put that name together, and where we are and how we are. We are so bounded by culture. Like I said, I've been here 16 years of my life, Astha. And to feel that, I would just, it just amazes me, because I am from Nepal. I'm so, I say that with so much pride and so much love, because it has culture,
Yeah.
where I am, how I was brought up, the smell, the everything, right? And just saying that I am a mesh
Yeah.
with that culture, because I've been here 16, half of my life I've been here. So who am I? What am I representing? I have the diversity from here, I have the culture from here, and I have culture
Exactly.
from Nepal. So acknowledging both places, right? With so much
As we're talking about this takes me back to when we were trying to pick a name for our podcast, and from the different suggestions we gave each other, there was another suggestion that you brought up, was Mosaic. And I feel like, well, we couldn't go with Mosaic because the name was already taken, first of all. So we settled with Himalayan Hipsters. But now that you're bringing this up, we are literally a mosaic of all our experiences, right? Like all the cultures that have touched us, like all the people that have influenced us, all the food that we've had, and all the experiences that we've had makes us who we are. And some of those experiences may not have been positive, but no matter what happened to us, and no matter how we have come to this place here today, it makes us who we are. And we are here to share that with the world, to share that with you, our viewers and listeners. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick, because Mosaic was an option, because we are we are like a, what you call it? You know what the word I'm looking for?
We are a cluster of colors. Cluster.
Yeah.
We are looking for.
We are a product of our environment.
It's a collage.
A collage. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel like the other reason
Absolutely.
also we wanted to call ourselves Himalayan Hipsters is because in Nepal we still have a lot of tension between caste systems, right? Like,
it's right. Very much.
And there's still a lot of discrimination between castes. So I feel like if we call ourselves Himalayan people, we are embracing everyone, and not just Nepali people or not just a certain caste. We actually don't care about those borders anymore. We just want to stand together.
Yeah. I mean, it like I said, the word Himalayan,
Yeah.
Himalaya, you know, uh, embodies every one of us. And, we will bring forth all of these topics in regards to, all, the next few episodes, or the episodes
Yeah.
that's coming. We are going to include everyone, so I'm very excited for this journey for Himalayan Hipsters.
Me too. And I really hope that if you are out there listening to us, watching us, I really want you to help us share this, by the way. Please hit that like button, hit that little bell so you get notified when we have new content. This is us, two women, two Nepali women trying to start conversations that matter to us, and we know it matters to other people. So if you like this and you support us, please subscribe to our channel, like and share it to your friends and families. And yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we want to welcome you. We want to welcome our beautiful listeners. This is the first episode that we are doing, and for the many more that journeys to come, all these episodes that we are going to do with so much passion. We're going to throw our best in. We are going to do the research. We're going to bring the people that you want to hear. Your thoughts, how we started that day, that night, that overnight we started that was because we started that conversation. This project has come to life because we started a conversation. We will give our 1000% to bring that to you guys. So I'm super excited for this journey, Astha.
Yes. I mean, I just want to throw in there that just a backstory of how this started, okay? And I know I've said this a lot, but what happened was I made a random trip to Texas to meet my uncle and aunt. And while we were there, honestly, we didn't really have any plans, but we thought we were going to go out and do something fun. But we ended up just staying indoors, talking about issues that really had been bothering us or mattered to us. And then we found out that, we were really passionate about these topics. And then as we were talking about women's issues, how we have experienced certain things back at home in Nepal within our families. And somehow we didn't even mean to do this, but my uncle, so my mama, Saika's husband, just had this face. He stood up and said, you know what? This conversation has made me think about these things. And today I'm going to make it a goal to go back home and start these conversations with my family and my friends to start slowly changing things. And I think that was the moment that hit us. And we said, oh my God, like these conversations could actually matter to other people and start a change, right? And start a change, whether it's in their heads or in their minds or, around their families and friends. And I think that is what triggered this. And then we decided, oh my God, conversations are important. And a lot of times I feel like people suppress their thoughts and people would rather not start difficult conversations just so that they can, save the relationship or keep the peace.
Or it's normal.
Or that it's normal. Exactly. And
right. Or it's normal.
Exactly. But I feel like if there's something bothering you or something that you really feel like it needs to be said, we need to be talking about it. And we want to have I feel like at Himalayan Hipsters, we want to open these conversations. We want to create a space, a safe space to have any conversations that matter to us, So
absolutely.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think when we had those conversations, it was about everything. It was about, our careers, our growth when we were kids, how we were brought up. And we are not saying that we've had difficulties. We're not saying we had, issues or concern of family. We're not saying that. We coming from a country, we accept that, right? That is why we are unique from everyone, because of our culture, because of our, traditions. However, there are certain aspects of current life, and there are certain aspects that it's not normal. It's something that we need to kind of put it on the side, at least by starting a conversation. At least that thought that comes in your head by starting a conversation, you will make someone, or you will make yourself to put that, in your inner thoughts, saying, okay, a conversation has started.
Exactly.
So that is the goal here. That is our purpose.
Exactly. And also, I feel like there are people out there that want to have certain conversations, but they don't know where to start or how to start, or they might even be scared of offending people, whether it's their family or friends or loved ones. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like here, we get the opportunity to hear from you all and start these conversations for you, and to have discussions on topics that maybe matter to you, matter to our listeners and viewers. So there's so many things we want to do here. And another thing is that I feel like we, in society in general, not just Nepali society or American, but we just tend to go with the social norms without questioning it.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure there's so many other people who feel the same way, where they want to question it, but it's just so normal that things have been normalized that even if it's not right, we just keep doing it without questioning it. And I think that the way we start questioning things around us that may not be right is by starting conversations, asking questions. Is this okay? Why do we do this? How can we bring about change? We really do believe that having a conversation is the first step to start questioning the things that we do. And if they're good, we keep it. And if they're not, if they're causing harm, we change it. So that brings me to explaining how this came about. I am an artist. And Saika, you have been in the corporate world for 22 years, 2 decades?
No. I'm actually for about 11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
All right. And I come from the complete opposite of that world. I've been working as a freelance artist for I would say 6 years.
6 years? No, but you have been singing for a very long time. Your passion has I've always admired you for the passion that you follow, and that is one of the, seriously, I've always admired you and the way that the path that you have taken to embrace your gift and embrace the passion and the energy that goes towards your work, the energy that you go towards what you believe in. And I think that's one of the things that we really, with this project, have brought us together, is we are in this for what we believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from where I followed in my corporate world, I didn't follow my passion. I did not know what my passion was.
Mm-hmm.
I followed the social norm and I never questioned it. I thought I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to, it's making a living. I respect that because I definitely need to pay my bills by the end of the day, pay my rent to live in. So I respect, and I've learned and I've grown in what I do and believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, so that's something that we're going to bring in this channel as well, is the growth from both sides. You'll hear both sides of the story, following a passionate, profession, or you're going to hear somebody who's gone in the corporate ladder as well. So we're very excited to bring that side of the story as well.
That's very true because, we've lived such different lives. You've lived the corporate world, whereas I've lived the, struggling artist world, I guess, going from freelance projects to performing or just doing whatever I felt like doing at the time and defying other
odds.
Yeah, I guess, and the norms, I guess, the norm society. And ever since I was young, I've always wanted to challenge the norms. And it looks like no matter what path we took as women, Nepali women, we had some issues that were very similar. The experiences that we've had as Nepali women are so similar, even though we chose such different paths in life, in our lives. So, and
Yeah.
coming to think of this, I feel like there are so many other people out there that might share these experiences with us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And when we are talking about, one following a passion and the other one following, something that is not aware about, where we're headed. Because absolutely, I'm in a path right now, and this is a seed for another episode. But I'm in a path right now where I have completely changed my 10-year profession. I'm in a completely new profession. So, and that is still something that, like I said, we will hear about in the upcoming episode. But my point is, both of these paths has challenges. Both of these paths has its beauty. Both of us have its ups and downs, how we learn about stuff. So none of these roads are smooth sailing. None of these roads are, it has its ups and downs. So either you follow your passion, either you follow the social norm. Both of them has its challenges. It's our mindset of how we do it. So we are going to bring those. Yeah, we're going to bring those to you guys as well.
Yeah, and if you all are wondering what we're going to be really talking about, like we keep saying, we're going to start conversations and have conversations that matter, right? And so you guys must be wondering, what is it that we're going to talk about? So, I mean, we're going to talk about everything, right? Everything. We're going to talk about issues that affect us, like periods, menstrual cramps, like, birth control, therapy, mental health, women's issues, men's issues, like LGBTQI plus issues. We're going to talk
about passion. We're going to talk about careers. We're talking about growth. We talk about, sex. We're talking about sex. We talk about relationships. We talk about communication.
Body positivity.
Body positivity. We're going to talk about fitness. We're talking about so many things.
Self-care.
There are self-care, endless possibilities, endless possibilities for this channel, endless possibilities, guys.
Exactly. And we are not just going to be talking amongst ourselves. We are going to be bringing guests, like very amazing, awesome people onto our show to discuss certain topics with us. And it's going to be so amazing. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about this. And I really hope that you enjoy our conversations and like it. So,
and of course, and this is, like I said, this is something that we are so passionate about. The topics that we are going to bring, we are learning along the way. We are growing with this project as well. And your feedback, your suggestions, something that that you really want us to talk about. How can you talk about this? Okay, we talk about starting the conversation, but how, Saika? How, Astha? When you give those feedback to us, we will do that for you.
And I think what keeps this interesting is that now this might be very normal in an American family, but in a Nepali family, for two women you're my Maiju, right? You're my aunt.
Yes.
And I'm your niece. And for a Maiju and a Banji, a niece and aunt in English, in Nepali it's Maiju and Banji. For us to have these conversations is so unheard of, I think so. And I've never really met another family where the niece can talk to her aunt about, like periods and sex and whatever. Like, we are trying
communication, relationships, right?
Exactly.
Those are the things. Yeah.
I feel like there are people out there that kind of suffer silently, like quietly. They hide their emotions, they hide their issues, and that creates more problems. And I think one of the other things that we're doing here at Himalayan Hipsters is to show you all that having conversations doesn't always have to be bad and difficult and aggressive. Like, it is okay to have discussions that matter. And it might actually even be better to understand each other and understand where somebody else comes from, and to find the middle ground and to find compassion and understanding for each other. So,
that embodies all of it in Himalayan Hipsters. Everything.
So, so we have told you about who we are and why we are doing what we are doing. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to us starting conversations. Our goal at Himalayan Hipsters is to normalize difficult conversations. It's not always going to be so serious here at Himalayan Hipsters, but we do want to make space for everything. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions, like we've mentioned before, if you want us to, bring up topics that you've always wanted to talk about, but you really thought, is this right? Or, is this okay? How do I do that? How do I start the conversation? It's so easy, but how?
Now, we understand that it might not always be easy to start these conversations, and sometimes you might not have the right words or even the courage to speak up. And that is one of the reasons why we are doing this. We want to have those conversations for you. If you have any suggestions on topics that you'd like us to talk about or discuss, please send them through. You can find us at Himalayan Hipsters on Instagram, and you can email them to himalayanhipsters@gmail.com. And we will also link below in the description all our other social media accounts and all other ways you can reach us. And we would love to hear from you. And you could also tell us how we're doing. If you have any feedback, questions, concerns, or any topic suggestions, please send them through and we will start these conversations for you. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. And thank you so much for joining us in this journey. And we hope you will continue to support us and love us and like us and share us. And we hope to hear from you very soon.
Yeah, we hope to hear from you soon. So thank you so much.
Please don't forget to visit our Instagram account and hit that follow button. And if you're watching us here on YouTube, please don't forget to hit subscribe, like, share, and hit the little bell so you can get notified every time we have new content. And if you're listening to our podcast, please don't forget to follow us and support us. And we are so excited for this journey, and we're so excited to share with you. Thank you so much.
We are Himalayan Hipsters.